Ahoy there, people of the interwebs. Well, today, let me talk about today. It might end up being a long one, this, because I read quite an interesting article online from Dorian McQuarrie, who you may know as Vigadeth in the Refined Robot Co. blog that he and a few other Transformer fans write together. So the gist of this vlog is about one of the fans' projects, add-on armors, and how he managed to get a review sample of it at TF Nation, and basically discussing that thing, and also discussing about the potential of cancelled products and what that does, and are fans' projects ever going to release the armor along with some of the other things that they've had on their slate. Now, if you know me, you know that my first ever third-party product was Columpio from Fans Project, because I'm a big Dinobot fan, and this one caught my imagination more than all of the other Dinobots that were around that time of the Dinobot War. So I went in Fans Project. So they've still not finished all their Dinobots. We're still waiting for Snarl, for Pinchar, I believe he's called in the Fans Project lineup. He was going to be the last, maybe the last Dinobot, maybe there was more planned after that, we don't know. But there was prototypes at TF Nation in 2016 and at other conventions there's been prototypes, and now Fans Project have gone silent. They've gone, turned all communication off. Not that communication was ever really their high point. So this has got me thinking, will I ever get Pincher? Will I ever be able to complete my set of chuggish Voyager class Dinobots? Well, I have completed my set because I've bought this guy. This is Toy World Raw, and this is what today's video is going to be about. So the introduction's taken long already. And in specifically, Toy World Raw as a fill-in for Pinchar within my Fans Project Dinobots. That's what my eye is going to be looking at this video, because some of you might be in the same situation where you're going, shall I get, are they going to release it? Is it too late? Do I need to buy something to fill in that gap? Because that's the weird thing in as collectors, that gap, that need to complete. And I'd like to be patient, and I'd like to go, yeah, full faith, Fans Project are going to come around and they're going to release that figure. But the silence is not helpful. And Raw on sale is helpful. It eases it. It places that peace of mind. That doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't buy Pinchar when he does come out, because I will do. But in the meantime, we have Raw. And he is a great figure. He is. This is from Toy World's Combining Dinosaur Dinobot. And he's this lovely Stegosaurus with all these gold, shiny spines. And he looks exactly what a dinosaur should look like. Size-wise, that's a nice, comparable size to me. Brontosaurus, Stegosaurus. I almost said Styracosaurus again, I keep saying that. Stegosaurus, slap me if I do. Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus. That's a nice sludge snarl. That's a good size to go together. The greys, well, there's two tones of grey in Columbia, but the greys, more enough, that's a good match. The golds, matte, chrome, different shade as well, don't really match, but we'll get into that later. It's just when you start looking at surface details, it's a good point out with his head. He's got more of these raised bits with extra bits of paint, whereas there's more like cutaway sections within Columpio and circles, and like if you look at the difference between this, it's just been a big kind of like cap, whereas on Columpios they're like embossed in there. So you know there's quite a few differences. So from like this, yeah, far away on your shelf. No, I can live with that. I can live with that. So yeah, all in all, I mean, but it is a great dyno. So he's got a nice little open and closing jaw. I mean, that's it. The head sculpt though, I mean, this is very simplified. There's a lot of detail whacked in there. It does have kind of rubbish light piping. This has actual working light piping. I don't know if it'll work from my lights, but you know, it's got light piping block there and two eyes, whereas he's got just a bit of clear plastic and nothing at the top to actually shine that through, so it just kind of, it doesn't work. Whereas the other Fans Project Dinobots, quite a lot of them is in robot mode, because that's for later, have this kind of almost Egyptian-esque heavy mascara. Columpio doesn't have that, neither does Raw. So already, even within Fans Project, there are differences, which we'll get into later. Again, this is one of the female Dinobots, it's not original Dinobot. We can see that heavy mascara kind of look around the eyes, painted it on eyes. Blue eyes, red eyes. Light piping on his. So yeah, there's a lot of differences already. So for Raw to fit in, does he need to fit in that hard when there is quite a few variances with that? That's almost like I'm reaching a conclusion. I'm only at the beginning of this video. So let's transform him, shall we? Because, no, let's talk about this. It's got a nice head, opening jaw, some little arm movements and swivels here. Not really any toe articulation. A bit more movement here because these will become the arms. These swivel. Do these bend? Oh, they don't bend. Oh, they don't bend because when the hands are in there. That's the point. Tail doesn't really do that much, but all these are on ball joints and stuff. I really like. You can just move these platelets around as and well you like it. That's what I really like about Raw. It's just that this big black bit. Not keen on. That doesn't really add with the rest of the Dinobots, but it is what it is. Transformation. So let's just separate these legs here first and move these aside. Let's hear some clickety clackies. Get this Dinobot leg. Move that around. I believe you can just put that to the side like so. Clickety clackities. Yeah, move that up so you can move this around. Get that in there. Move that back down again. Move these down to the side, and that's his legs done. So then we move these arms up, these panels here, insert inwards. We pull, so this tail can come off quite easily. So you kind of have to rotate this tail around. Oh, bugger me. I'm going to try and find the spot that these like to sit. I believe these would be about here. So that means then this can... Does this rotate? One second there, let's get this tail back up. Oh, it's a nugget. knocking bits off. Bits go there. I feel like we're missing something here, but let's move these bits here. Right. Okay. We move this bit down underneath that black bit, like so. Then we move these bits here, like so. What a mess we're making, eh? Open that up. Hello, head reveal. There's his head. Up here, we'll reveal his hands, which, if we then unpeg his sword, this is one of these problems with sometimes when they make these hands that go in like so, is actually getting them out, because there's no kind of, there's no like fun tab there, so you've got to kind of hope you can actually just pry that out. Let's try the other one, shall we? All that's done is open the hand and make these harder to get out. Oh, bugger me. That's a problem. We're not. We're doing no takes here, so we're not gonna. They're well stuck. They're well stuck in there. Look at that. If any of you have Raw at home, leave a comment below. Tell me how best to get those hands out, because they ain't coming out at the moment. But this is in robot mode again. Comparison wise, I mean, Slag is quite a big version of these, but the reds are a good actual match. The greys are a good match. And gold's not so much. He's generally got a bigger head than his head. He's got that light piping in there that does work. He's got all these grey details and stuff. Style has a bit of a transparent full window, and then it's, this guy's very smooth. He's got lots of curves, lots of lots of soft details. There's this 3-dot kind of pyramid detail that a lot of these Advanced Project figures, the Dinobots have, especially Columpio and Kubra. Maybe not so much some of the others, but they have this 3-dot detail, and I've seen that 3-dot detail in quite a few other third-party figures. So I don't know if that's particularly just a design touch of just 3 dots, or if it's someone's signature thing. I don't know. But he's got quite a lot of hard angles, especially if you look at the difference in the thighs there. He's got all this armor plating in this thing, but it's very smooth, whereas that's very kind of like blocky details, which is quite different. But then we move on to the Grimlock, who also has the same colour plastic translucent on his chest. He's got gold chrome, which is not quite the same colour, but you know, it is comparable. His got the very blocky thigh details. He's got very blocky things, so he does match up with this guy more than maybe Kubra and Columpio match with this guy. And so it's a very kind of, in short, in the long way, let's not go short, he's got this unlocking things coming off. Because I'm moving stuff around. He's got these unlocking shoulder sways there, and that leads to this kind of arm articulation. Same as Raw does. They're very similar. They've got some very similar. I can see more design similarities between him and him than I can see with Severo is the name of the Grimlock. With Grimlock as with Slag and Sludge, I can see more common. So he's almost a bridge between these kind of figures. So he does work as a fill-in, as his stopgap, as a straight on a shelf. Like I said, in robot mode and in dinosaur mode, this guy can look like he's part of the team. If you start looking at the little details, then a lot of the little details then tells you, no, he's from a different company, he's from a different designer. But then when you start looking at the details between the Grimlock and some of the other figures, you can tell that he's from a different designer, and it's almost, you know, similarities are between Grimlock and Snarl. It's almost, if someone told me they were designed by the same person, I'd believe them. So that makes them match. In one respect they don't match is the weapons. I mean, if you look, that's his sword. He can't hold it now anyway. That's his gun. And if you look at, you know, things like these kind of swords that they have, and even one of Snarl's pistol is, you know, compared to that. So in armament, and that's not even talking about the weapon masters, the guys who turn into the big weapons, you know, the big spooky axes. So he is very underarmed, but he doesn't have any hands. So, you know, Celebi, there was a point to this. He fills the gap successfully. Yeah, he's got all this gold chrome that the others don't. But when you think about it in character, Snarl is the solar-powered warrior amongst these people. So, amongst these people... What do you mean, these people? We're not doing Dinobot slurs here. He's the solar-powered warrior. So, if anyone should be a bit more bling and a bit more chrome, you have a in-continuity reason for Snarl to be the chromiest, because he's the one who is solar powered. It stands to reason that his gold would be shinier because it's special. It's got a special power, unlike the other ones have. So that works. In general, it works. So I would recommend, if you are like me, you're very anxious about things not being finished and you want to complete Toy World Raw, I do recommend him, especially if you can find him on sale. I mean, it's not like some of the other Toy World ones were compromised by the combining gimmick, because he forms a shin of the combiner. He doesn't have any combiner kibble. The foot or whatever that he'd use, and then he'd connect to Grimlock's leg, the footy doesn't come with a package. You just get the sword and the gun. So you don't even get an extraneous foot or anything like that. You don't have anything in his package to suggest that this guy combines. If you told me this guy combined, I don't know if I'd believe you, because there's nothing, there's no real combined ports or posts or anything really, other than these, these posts and ports that are used anyway for its transformation. So he's got that going for him. He's got some great articulation. He's got a great load of character. So he is a worthy addition to your collection. But then the answer is, save next year if the people at Fans Project turn around and go, oh yeah, we're releasing Snarl this year. I'm going to do an Ankylosaurus, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and just come up with a whole host of other Dinobots they're going to do, which is not, within the realms of that is an entire possibility that they could come up next year and just go, here we go, bang, bang, Dinobot, because some of these third-party companies, they're called third-party companies, but they're not really companies. From what I get the gist of it, Fans Project is run by a reclusive entrepreneur, an eccentric. It's kind of Willy Wonka, really. He might have. He's probably making his money in other realms of just running a factory that makes stuff, and then occasionally it'll be like, oh, we've got this great idea, and I want to make these toys. I want to make happen. He's a Willy Wonka in a way. An eccentric, maybe genius. But just because Willy Wonka might come out of silence, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to have the same Oompa Loompas working for him. Because a lot of these designs are design quirks that I can see in the first lot of the Fans Project Lost Exo Realm Dinobots. I can then see, I think, is it Fans Hobby? Who've released a Monster Bot. They've got some very similar designs in that. So they have gone off. They are definitely ex-Fans Project workers, because I think when they started off the company, they had pictures of some of the Fans Project work as a reason to why you should start going, get stuff from Fans Hobby, because these are designers on works on that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if Snarl comes back, because I think they are doing a redesign of him, because I don't think they were quite happy with some of how his back worked and stuff like that. So they are doing a redesign of it anyway. But if it's not the same designers, if it is then again another thing of, is it still going to be a set of Dinobots that all fit in with each other? Because even the ones that are released don't really, because Grimlock's a bit of an odd one out. But he is the leader, so he's allowed to be. And I will get him. Pinchar, Snarl. So that then leads another question. What then happens to Raw? I've been me. This has been my Transformer of the week. Third-party companies are choice. That's the value of choice is you can find that gap. That guy to fill a gap in your roster until Pinchar comes out. And I'm rambling now. And that's why you should be excellent to each other. You should party on, dudes. You should check out the Refined Robot Company or Co. blogspot. I will leave a description. I'll leave a link to the article that I'm talking about in the description below. But until then, be excellent. Party on, dudes. And because you deserved it to make it this far, Bisto! Fisto!